Hi, Becky here. I'm going to do a little yoga class for you guys. So hopefully you can look at this and do it whenever you'd like. Just a short yoga class that I think we all need during this time of isolation, missing everyone. Anyway, we'll get started seated with legs crossed if that's comfortable for you. On your mat. With hands resting, palms up. We'll let the shoulders draw down as we just close our eyes just for a few breaths and check in with our bodies. Notice how we're feeling, where we're holding on to tension or stress. And we'll deepen that breath and exhale a little bit longer. Just settling. Letting go. From here, we'll draw our chin towards our chest. And we'll take our head gently side to side, just releasing that neck. Does anybody else hear the crunchies in their neck like me? We'll hold to one side now. Let those shoulders draw down. You can press through with the opposite hand if you'd like. Feeling that stretch from the shoulder up the side of the neck. You can nod the head if you'd like. Breathe. And releasing, just changing sides. And releasing, bring it back, chin to chest, and bring the head up as we blink the eyes open. We'll flip the hands over on our knees and gently circle our upper bodies. Just warming things up, getting that movement going, breathing, feeling good. And we'll go the other way now. And we'll bring it back to center. We'll take a nice breath in as we reach for the sky. We'll interlace the fingers overhead as we flip the palms of the hands up towards the sky. We'll bring them out in front as we round the shoulders, and again drawing the chin down towards the chest. And on our inhale, we'll lift those arms overhead. On our exhale, we'll drop the right arm, take the left arm over. And we'll move through this, inhaling as we lift and exhaling as we lower. Just keep that motion going with your breath, still warming the body. And now holding to one side. Lift through the heart as you look past the extended arm. On your next inhale, lift. On your exhale, just change sides. And on the next inhale, lift. On the exhale, twist to your right. Keeping that length in the spine as we place our right hand behind us. And our left hand on our right knee if possible, otherwise wherever it works for your flexibility. And gently look over that left shoulder. Sorry, right shoulder. And gently releasing. We'll reach for the sky. Nice breath in on the exhale, changing sides with that twist. And gently releasing here. We're going to go ahead and take it over onto our hands and knees on our mat. Lining it up with hands under shoulders and knees under hips. Spiral the arms in and draw the shoulders down as we wag our tail, lifting our right foot and swing it side to side, looking back at it. And changing sides with that. And we'll bring it back to center as we move through cat-cows, rounding and swaying the back. We move with our breath, inhaling as we sway the back, lifting head and tailbone, exhaling as we round the back. And now we'll bring it back to a flat back. We'll take the hands out slightly in front as we move into downward facing dog. Curling the toes, lifting the knees and hips. Now we're going to just move through motion of the ocean here. So all we're going to do is come out to plank and drop to the knees and sit the hips back towards the heels. Keeping the hands where they are, fingers spread wide, inhaling up. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhaling out to plank, drop to the knees, and exhaling back. We're just going to move through that a few more times, just still warming the body. Breathing. And one more time through. And we're going to meet back in downward facing dog, holding there. Again, spiraling the arms in, engaging all points of those hands and fingers, pressing through. Keep the knees soft. You can alternate heels if you'd like, whatever feels good. And now we're going to raise our right leg. We're going to bring it all the way through up towards the top of the mat. However you want to get it there. As we lower our left leg down to the floor, we're going to move through lunges here, allowing the hips to sink as we lengthen through the spine and making sure our right knee lines up over our heel and ankle. And then we'll sit those hips back. So we're going to inhale forward. And we're going to exhale back. Taking this at your own pace with your breath. We allow that breath to initiate our movement. Now we're going to hold forward on the next one forward. Pressing into the floor gently with that left leg as we bring our hands above our right knee and lengthen through the spine. You can stay right here if you'd like, or you can sweep those arms overhead, allowing the shoulders to draw down and lift through the heart. Breathe. You never have to look up. When we say lift through the heart, doesn't mean you have to throw your head back. That's really hard on the neck. So lift through the heart, and you can look straight ahead if you'd like. And releasing, we'll drop the hands down and sit the hips back, flexing that right foot and extending our sit bones back. If you don't know where your sit bones are, They are those bones that you sit on, appropriately named. Yeah, I have to laugh at my own jokes because nobody's here to laugh, so. And releasing here. We'll lift that left leg now, we'll pull the right leg through. As we pull it through, we're going to take it back to downward facing dog and hold. And we'll raise our left leg up to the sky. We'll bring it all the way through up towards the top of the mat. Again, however you want to get it there. And we'll lower our right leg down to the floor. And we'll move through this. Lunges, forward and back. And now we're going to hold forward on the next one, forward. Again, pressing through with that right leg now as we bring our hands above the left knee and come upright. Again, staying here if you'd like, or sweeping arms overhead. Let the shoulders draw down and lift through that heart. Breathe. Gently releasing out here. As we drop the hands, we'll sit the hips back and flex that foot. Extending those sit bones back once again. You know where they are now. And gently releasing out of this. As we bend that left knee, we're going to lift that right leg and walk it up. We're standing at the top of our mat now with our feet hip width apart, saving room in front of our feet for our hands. And we're going to slowly come all the way up. Keep the knees soft, pull the belly in, and take a nice breath in as we reach for the sky. On our exhale, bring our hands together at heart center. On our inhale, lift. On our exhale, fold. On our inhale, half forward fold, placing hands either on the shins of the legs or fingertips on the floor. And flattening out the back as we extend through the crown of the head forward, through the sit bones backwards. And then we release back into forward fold. On our next inhale, come all the way up. On our exhale, chair pose. Sit the hips back, draw the belly in. You're going to press through with the heels. You can bring your hands to heart center if you don't want them extended out. You decide where you want to be. And from here, bring the hands now to heart center if they're not already, as we sink a little deeper and prayer twist to our left. Now you can always place your right elbow on the inside of your right thigh or on the outside of your left thigh. And lift that left elbow up towards the sky. Breathe. Releasing out here, we're going to wrap the arms around the back of those knees as we let the sit bones lift up towards the sky. Let the head hang loose. And from here, as we release, we're going to take the hands to the floor, shoulder width. We're going to kick our left leg up to the sky. And we're going to bring it in for a tuck. So just bending that knee, bring it into the back of the right leg as we bend that knee. And extend it back up. And again, tuck. And extend. Tuck. Extend. One more. Extend, hold. Problem with doing yoga in your home is while you're down here, you see all this dirt, right? Step that foot back now. As we place that left heel, we'll bend that right knee and come up. Let the arms sweep overhead. Let the shoulders draw down as we lift through the heart. Engaging those legs, pulling the mat apart with your feet and legs. Breathe. We take our right hand to the back of our head as we let our left arm drop back. and lift through the heart because we feel pretty. As we release here, we're going to windmill both arms down to the floor to the inside of that right foot as we walk it around for straddle. As we walk it around for our straddle stretch, we're going to angle our toes out and we're going to bend our left knee, straighten our right, and change sides. Just moving through this at your own pace with your breath. You can have the hands wherever you'd like. You can cross the arms if you'd like. You can have them right center in the front. Just warming up those inner thighs. And now we're going to bring it back to center as we pivot our toes forward and just hang out. Stretching, breathing, lifting the sit bones up towards the sky. Sink the chest towards the floor. And on our next inhale, we're going to soften those knees, pull our belly in tight as we rise up. Sweep the arms overhead. Yes! We're going to turn the palms of the hands forward. We're going to bend our elbows, bend our knees. Take it down. Press through with the heels. Come back up. Take it down. And up. Little moon god here. Down. And up. And last one. And up and hold. And open now for triangle or trikonasana. Palms forward. We're going to keep our left toes forward. We're going to pivot our right toes to the right. Sassy those hips. You know how to do it. Sassy them out to the left. As you reach to the right, drop the right arm, raise the left. And I know you're all feeling pretty sassy right now. Breathe. From here, we're going to keep it all engaged. Tummy's still pulled in, legs are still working. We're not leaning on our right leg, and we're going to inhale as we sweep it up. Windmill the arms up. On the exhale, we're going to take it back out and down. If this makes you dizzy, move slow. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale up. And exhale into Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana 2. As we bend that right knee, we center over the hips by reaching back with our left fingers. Drawing shoulders down, we look past our right fingers. And we breathe. We spiral our left thigh out towards the left. Easy for me to say. And from here, we're going to reach for extended angle. Now, you have many choices here. You can elbow to knee, fingertips to the floor, or you can keep that arm extended as we take the left arm over. Working the core a little bit more. Breathe. From here, we're going to sweep that left arm and bring it back up, Warrior Two. We're going to sweep into Peaceful Warrior. You can wrap that left arm around your back, reaching for your right thigh if that works out with your flexibility in your shoulder. It works out for me on one shoulder but not the other. That's okay. We work with our limitations, right? But we're still doing it. And from here, we're going to windmill all the way down. We're going to turn that back foot forward. We're going to pull the right leg through. And we're going to come out to plank. Spiral the arms in, draw the shoulders down. Engage those legs, pressing through with the heels. The whole body's working here. Now you can move through chaturangas. You can lower from here, or you can drop to the knees and stay here, lowering from here, and pushing up into up dog and down dog. And again, out to plank. You pick where you want to be. Modifying here. You can also drop all the way down, keeping the elbows by your sides and shoulders back, and then pushing back up. choices. You can also just push back into a child's pose if you want, which we haven't done yet. So if you don't know the child's pose, then I guess you just have to keep working with me. And now we're going to meet back in down dog holding here. We're going to kick that right leg up to the sky. We're going to bring it in for a tuck, coming out towards the right elbow and out to plank, and then extend it back up. And bring it in for a tuck and extend. And one more. Extend, hold. And we'll bring it all the way through up towards the top of the mat. Again, however you want to get it there. Press through with the back leg. You can even keep the back leg down on the floor if you'd like. Hands above that right knee as we come up, and let the arms sweep overhead. Crescent pose. Breathe. And releasing, we're going to walk that back foot all the way up. We're back at the top of our mat, feet are hip width apart, and we're going to come all the way up to standing. Sweeping the arms overhead, nice breath in. And on the exhale, hands together, heart center. On the inhale, we'll lift again. On the exhale, we'll fold. On the inhale, half forward fold. Placing hands either on the shins of the legs or fingertips on the floor. On the exhale, forward fold. On the inhale, all the way up. On the exhale, chair pose. Utkatasana. Sit back on those heels a little bit, but press through with the big toes as well. It engages our inner thighs, firing them up. Again, bringing your hands to heart center now or later, either one. Breathe. This is good for if you never want to sit on a dirty toilet seat. Bring the hands to heart center now. And prayer twist to your right. Again, you can place your elbow on the inner thigh of the left or on the outer thigh of the right. Lifting right elbow. Try to keep your knees in alignment with each other so one doesn't jut out in front of the other. And release it. Let the arms wrap around the backs of the knees. Give them a hug. Lift through the sit bones and let the head just hang. And releasing here, we'll drop our hands down to the floor, shoulder width, and we'll kick our right leg up to the sky. We're going to bring it in for a tuck, and extend, and tuck, and extend, and tuck, extend. One more. Extend, hold. We'll step that right foot back now for warrior one as we plant the heel, bend that left knee and rise up towards the sky. Breathe. Shoulders draw down, lift through that heart. Pull the mat apart with the feet and legs, engaging. Bring our left hand to the back of our head. Right arm drops back as we lift through the heart. And we feel pretty. Releasing, we'll windmill the arms down to the inside of that left foot. Walk them around for straddle. Yeah, I know my butt's in your face right now, so I'm going to turn around. But we're going to move through that straddle again, angling our toes out, side to side. And now bring it back to center. Pivot those toes forward and just hang out. And from here, we'll soften the knees on our inhale, draw the belly in, come all the way up. Take a nice breath in again as we reach for the sky. And turn the palms of the hands forward, draw shoulders down. We'll take it down and up. Press through the hills as we come up, little moon god. Take it up now and hold. And we'll open wide for triangle as we keep our right toes forward, our left toes pivot to the left. We lengthen through the core, we sassy those hips to the right as we reach to the left for Trikonasana, triangle pose, and breathe. You can look up, you can look down, you can look all around, wherever it feels good for your neck. Breathe. We're going to keep it all engaged now. You're not leaning on that left leg. On our inhale, we're going to windmill up. On the exhale, back out and down. On the inhale, up. On the exhale, back out and down. Last one, inhale up. And exhale to warrior two. Bending that left knee, centering over the hips by reaching back slightly with your right fingers. Looking past your left fingers now, breathing. Kind of glance down and make sure your knees go in the same direction as your toes. That's really important. So opening that knee up a little bit towards the pinky toe. From here, we're going to reach with that left arm for extended angle. Again, you have choices, elbow to knee, drop the hand down, keep it extended, and we'll take our right arm up and over. And we'll sweep that arm, bring it back up into warrior two. Taking it into peaceful. Can wrap that right arm back if you'd like. And from here, windmill down, turn the back foot forward, pull that left leg through. And again, moving through your chaturangas however you choose to do that. You can also do motion of the ocean again, dropping to the knees and sitting the hips back and coming up and taking it to down dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Plank, chaturanga, lowering if you'd like. Up dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Down dog. Choices. Pick wherever you want to be. We'll meet back in down dog. We're going to raise our left leg. We're going to bring it in for a tuck, straight on towards that left elbow and extend it back up. Bring it in, tuck, and extend. One more. Extend, hold. And bring it all the way through up towards the top of the mat. Again, however you want to get it there. You can drop that right leg, you can keep it lifted, press through with it if it's lifted. Come up into crescent pose as we sweep the arms overhead. Lower the hips a little bit, breathe. Then gently releasing out of this, we're going to walk that back foot up. Then we're going to come all the way up to standing. I'm going to take it back to this other end of my mat because I'm facing my front door. And we're going to take a nice breath in here as we reach for the sky. We're going to interlace our fingers behind the head and neck as we lift through the heart. Let the head rest in the hands. And as we release out of this, we're going to bring our hands to our hips. I'm going to stand and face you, but you stay where you are. As we take our feet a little bit wider than our hips, and we're going to do figure eights. Go the other way. If you get stuck, that's okay. Sometimes we get stuck. And we'll bring it back to center now as we take a nice breath in. Exhale as we fold. And keeping the toes angled out here, we're going to bend those knees. If your knees don't want to bend like this, then stay here. Otherwise, take it into a squat, malasana or garland pose. We'll bring our hands together at heart center. Extending through the heart, breathing. Smile. And as you release out of this, we'll drop the hands, we'll lift the hips, and we'll step or hop the feet back, whatever works for you for downward facing dog. We're going to raise our right leg. We're going to bring it through for pigeon. If that is not the hip stretch that you would like to do, then take it to one that you like. We flex our right foot. We level ourselves with our hips. We can stay upright if we'd like, or we can lower. And you can move through this if you'd like, coming up and lowering down. And then you can hold down if you'd like. Breathe deep here. We carry stress in our hips. So this is a good time to let some of that go. If you feel like there's a struggle going on there, that it's hard for you to be here, and you can't just relax and breathe into it, then please feel free to come out of it. But if you feel like you can stay in it, just release any other struggle that's going on. If you have tightness in your face or in your shoulder, your arms, wherever it might be, try to let it go and breathe. And whenever you're ready, we'll release out of this and we'll take it back to downward facing dog. And we'll raise our left leg and we'll bring it through and lay it down for pigeon. Sliding our right leg back. We'll flex our left foot once again, centering over those hips, sinking into it a little bit. Again, you can stay upright, you can lower down, you can move through it, whatever works for you. You can hold down if you'd like. Now sometimes it's a little tough. You can always put a blanket right underneath your hip there. If that helps, it kind of props you up and keeps your hips level. If you feel like you're rocking way over onto that hip, then try to level it out. But again, if it's too much, take it out of this pose and into a hip stretch that works for you. So here's a different version if you haven't seen this one before. Most of us have. Is to take it on your back and feet are hip width apart. It's eye of the needle, and we cross the left foot over the right knee. You can stay here, or you can lift that right foot and pull that knee in towards your chest, feeling a little bit more. And again, flex the left foot, the hip that you are stretching. Flex that foot. So there's your choice on the hip stretch, and releasing out of it, go ahead and take it over onto your back if you're not already there. And once we take it onto the back, we're going to bring our knees into our chest. And just gently rock side to side, front to back. And then we'll drop the feet hip width apart as we set up for bridge. So we'll draw our arms down by our side, walking our fingertips towards our heels, drawing shoulders out of the ears. And we'll move through this. So draw your belly in as we push off with the feet, lifting the hips, and then slowly lowering. So to connect the breath with this, we're going to exhale as we lift, and we're going to inhale as we lower. But allow the breath to initiate your movement. When you're ready to inhale, lower. When you're ready to exhale, lift. And the next time we lift, we're going to hold up. You have choices here. You can interlace your fingers and extend those knuckles towards your heels. You can lift your heels, working a little bit more of your hamstrings. You can lower your heels and lift your toes, working more quads. I feel this in my glutes too, but I think you're going to feel it in your glutes regardless. Or you can keep your feet flat and your arms by your side. One other choice would be moving into wheel. Now that's a little bit more advanced, but if you'd like to do wheel here, feel free. So hands are shoulder width, fingers are pointed towards your shoulders, and we push off with hands and feet at the same time as we exhale. And gently releasing in whichever pose you're in. And we'll keep our feet on the floor. The soles of the feet will stay flat to the floor, the whole foot. And just rock the knees side to side. It's a very simple, small movement. It's not a twist. It's realigning that sacral area of the spine. And now from here, we're going to heel toe our feet together and let the knees drop open for the soles of the feet to come together for butterfly or Supta Baddha Konasana. As we lie here, you can close our eyes if you'd like. And gently releasing out of this, we'll lift those knees. And we'll heel toe our feet out wide now. We can take our arms out wide as well. And we're going to drop our knees to the right. We're going to turn our head to the left. Now this is your twist. Breathe. Gently releasing, lifting, and just changing sides with that. And gently releasing here as we lift those knees. We'll extend our legs all the way down, bring our arms down by our sides, and just get comfortable now for Shavasana. So as we move through our practice, we've strengthened, stretched, and balanced our bodies inside and out. So we take this time to do the most important pose in yoga, Shavasana, as we absorb our practice, close our eyes, and notice. We notice our breath moving through us. Each and every breath is relaxing us a little bit more and allowing us to sink a little bit deeper. We notice our bodies relaxing with each and every breath. We notice the energy within us. And with our eyes closed, we bathe in the darkness. As we soften and allow the earth to support us. Just being and breathing. Each breath is a yes and a letting go. It's a journey and a coming home. Gently bringing yourself back now from where you drifted off to. Adding that gentle movement, wiggling your fingers and your toes. And gently rolling to your right side in a fetal position. We remember that peace is always with us. It's that safe place at the center of our being. It's not hard to find, but it's often forgotten. So we remember it frequently and we embrace it consciously. Gently pushing up into a seated position. We bring our hands together at heart center. Anjali Mudra is our hand gesture for offering but also receiving as we bring our fingertips to our forehead for wisdom, to our lips for truth, to our hearts for compassion. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me, and maybe I'll see you again soon. Namaste.
Bye.